once you've made a big life decision and your bridges are burned, don't second guess yourself. You've bought the house, stop reading the real estate ad. Focus on all the good reasons you had to make the decision you did. Regrets are an unnecessary self-punishment. Now, Julie, from your seat, would you please give us Aline's objectives for her speech?
Yes. So, first the title is Thoughts. Thank you. So, the title is Thoughts on Relationships, Satisfaction, and Sexuality. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. This is an out-of-the-manual speech. Her goals are to inform and to elicit curiosity from the audience about themselves. And she's okay using a lot of notes because it's more of a, there's a lot of facts in this speech, so she had a hard time making it up so that she wouldn't use so many notes. And just about, I really love Mary Alice's topic of the day, and I completely relate. Last year I bought a house, and I'm constantly, when I talk to people, I'm constantly doubting, did I buy in the right location? Did I buy the right house? And it's always when you think about the benefits and what you're looking for, no matter what somebody else did, you got to be happy with what you did. So always be proud of your decision and don't second guess yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. Aline will give the first speech, and Aline wrote to me about a decision. While married, I decided to have 2 children, even though the second pregnancy was a total surprise, and the kids were spaced way, way, way too closely. Number 2 was a very high-strung child. He has turned into an interesting, loving, wonderful young man.
Hi everyone. I'm going to put this as close as I can. So I'm going to be telling you about some research that really seems very close to what I see in my practice, and I like these concepts, so I'm hoping that you will too. People view success, a lot of people view success as being high status and having lots of money and big house and fancy things. And I know a lot of men in my practice who thought that the most important thing they should do for their wives, I have gay clients too, but the most important thing they should do for their wives is to make a lot of money and buy them a lot of baubles. These women tend to be very unhappy because the guys are workaholics and they're never around and they're not available to their wives. And oftentimes, very oftentimes, the wives are not interested in sex at all. Can you guess why? I'm going to give you one of the common reasons. What truly makes a relationship thrive is emotional responsiveness. And that's what a lot of couples are missing. And that's what makes people very miserable. This is from Susan Johnson's work, and she's a brilliant therapist and also a researcher. So this is all based in research as well. So emotional responsiveness can be broken down into several parts, and you can think of it as the word A-R-E. And there's actually a couples test called B-A-R-E. And it's availability. Oh my God, it's been a long week. Availability. I've lost it. Accessibility, responsiveness, and engagement. So accessibility is the person being actually available to you in your life. So even though everyone's on their cell phones and getting texts, and that's supposed to make us available to each other instantaneously, actually a lot of times it doesn't work like that. And it's an invasion into the relationship, and people feel like their partner is not actually there for them. So, in my office at one point, there was a guy who was saying to his wife, complaining to his wife, "What's going on with you? You made a birthday party for me, and then you took texts the whole time." And she said, "They were just texts." I go, "Yeah, they were just texts." It's like, am I the most important person to you or not? Did you have to be answering these texts? That's an example of someone who wasn't accessible, and he felt like she wasn't accessible in other ways too. Is that person someone that you can get a hold of when you need them? That's really important in terms of the couple's bond. And it's really important in terms of feeling safe with the other person. So that's the first component. The second one is responsiveness. That's about, can you rely on that person to listen to what you're saying, to remember what you're upset about, to celebrate with you when something good happens, and to be able to calm you down when something bad happens. Do you have an I-thou relationship with them where you feel like they really know you? It's not just, are they watching TV with you every night? Are they watching the news with you every night? It's that, are they really able to be there with you emotionally in your life? Neurologically, that's very calming to have someone that is very responsive to you that way. The last thing is engagement. And that is that yummy feeling that you are really the cat's meow to the other person. That they think you're exciting, and they think you're interesting, and they're attracted to you. And that's really also very critical, and I feel like that's a real critical part of the sexual bond. And without that, people just feel taken for granted. And men have 10 times as much testosterone as women, so all the research is that angry men still are interested in sex, but angry women are not, and lonely women are not. And the thing that builds up a desire and an interest to be closer to a person is to feel like they're really there with you, they really get you. They really think you're special, they put you first. So those are the most important aspects of relationship, and that makes for a lot of emotional back and forth. So, and these things are actually also true in your family of origin. If you got them in your family of origin, you will feel loved, and you'll actually probably be more likely to be looking for that in your life because you know what it feels like. So here's a little test for those of you who actually are in a relationship. So it's a true or false test. So just make little marks on your paper. I'm going to ask you some questions. If you have a partner from you, and otherwise if your partner is still, you could also do it if your partner is gone but was there at one point. From your viewpoint, is your partner accessible to you? The first question is, I can get my partner's attention easily. That's a true or false. The second thing is, my partner shows that I come first for them. Is that true or false? The third one is, I can share my deepest feelings with them, and they'll listen. Is that a true or false? The next one is your partner responsive to you? The first question is, if I need connection or comfort, my partner will be there for me. Is that true or false? My partner responds to my signals that I need them to give me space or I need them to come closer. Is that a true or false? And the third one is, I find I can lean on my partner when I'm anxious or unsure. Is that a true or false? The last question is, are you positively emotionally engaged with each other? So the first question is, I feel very comfortable being close to and trusting them. The second one is, I can confide in them. And the third is, I know that they care about my joys and fears. I hope that you have at least a 6 on that. And if not, you can work on it. Thank you.